Hello and welcome to my channel, On The Hook Crochet, where we talk about wearable crochet style. And let's find out what's been on the hook. I welcome you to my channel. I'm so glad you're here. Thank you for jumping on and watching. I hope that you were notified and that you've subscribed. And if you like this video, please hit the like button so that YouTube will know that other people might want to see it as well. I hope you had a wonderful, wonderful week. Today is Monday and it's mid-August, so we are working our way toward fall. And this morning when I got up, there were no clouds in the sky and there was a cool, kind of a strong breeze coming through, and it was about 65 to 70 degrees. It was so wonderful and it felt like fall. The shadows looked like fall, so we are headed that way. And I will be probably working a little bit on some crochet items that are more fall related. I have several whips that are summer whips, and I have to decide if I want to finish those or if I want to move those to next season. And I am so sorry, I have so many whips going, and some of y'all have said, well, you're going to finish this, you're going to finish that. And I have thought about it and just haven't made a decision about all the whips, but I think next week I'm going to bring them all out and I will show you what I've decided to do, and maybe even have some ideas for fall as well. So now, today, I wanted to show you what I'm wearing. Now, Crystal is already wearing my Shoreline Shells, and she's working on wearing two at once. I just put them both on her, and it's so cool today. She's not complaining at all. But this is made from the Lion brand Mandala watercolors in almond. This is beautiful, beautiful yarn, and y'all have seen this. I released the pattern last week. I know that a lot of people bought it, lots and lots of people bought it, and I so appreciate that for supporting my Etsy shop, because that's how I support my channel, and thank you so much for doing that. And then this shawl is made from a Karen latte cake, and some of y'all had these around the house, which is so awesome. If you have one in your craft room, you can whip one of these up for just a couple of dollars for the pattern. And this is very easy to do, and if you used a latte cake in maybe fall colors even, it would be beautiful for fall. But this is kind of the purple, it's called Rose Scented, and it's got some beautiful colors in it. It even has blue, which I thought was kind of odd, but it does blend very beautifully with the other colors. I don't know if you can see that. And this is the purple and the pink on this end. On this end, there's a tiny shade of kind of an olive color almost, which I thought was interesting, and it's mixed in with all the other colors right there on the end of the scarf. So I love the way this one turned out. It is so soft against your skin. If you've made anything out of a latte cake, you'll know what I'm talking about. It's extremely soft, and you can wear it pretty much any time of the year. Now, let's put this back, and Crystal, thank you so much. And that is what Crystal's wearing, but what I'm wearing today is a new Shoreline Shells shawl in a cotton yarn. And this cotton, let me get up here and show it to you. This is a cotton yarn. It came from Knit Crate last month, and I ordered it. I didn't think I would ever make anything out of it, honestly, but I was looking at it and I thought, you know what? It's a DK weight, which is smaller than these two that Crystal has on. It's a DK weight, 266 yards on the ball, and I'm sure when it came in, I showed it to you as an unboxing. This is 100% organic Pima cotton. Very, very soft. I was just amazed at how nice it felt, and it's cool. I've been wearing it for a while today. It's just like having on a cotton shirt. I have on a cotton 3/4 length, just a t-shirt. I think it's just a round neck t-shirt, and this is very, very comfortable with this. And in a cold restaurant, you might find that this is a nice addition to your shirt that you wear, and you don't have to wear it all the day, but you can put it on when you go in somewhere that's cool and you're trying to stay warm. So I made the Shoreline Shells out of the Pima cotton. This is it balled up. It's very beautiful. I love the colors in there. The colors are just gorgeous. I crocheted with an L hook, which is the pink clover. It's a large hook, and it made large stitches, but that's what I was after. See, it's more of a lacy look. You could also make it with a very small hook, and it would be much closer together, it would be more solid if that's what you're going for. But I just really wanted something light and easy for the summertime and for the early fall. So I made it out of this cotton yarn and also an L hook. And I chained up with the MN hook. And then I crocheted the shawl with an L hook. So just FYI, if you have the pattern, you could certainly grab some DK weight from your stash and whip one of these up. I had a full ball of 266 yards and I had a lot of it left. Look, I mean, I almost used nothing. Just a little bit off the outside. And I was pulling from the outside. So this is how much is left. Enough for at least 1 or 2 shawls just from this one ball. And I had 2 balls from Knit Crate. So I don't know what I'm going to do with the other ball. I'll figure something out. Maybe another scarf or something else. But I wanted to show this to you because it's made with a smaller yarn and a large hook. And you can vary any yarn size, shape, color, anything with pretty much any of my patterns really. But it was designed for a little bit larger yarn. But honestly, it looks great with this too. So I'll take it off and show it to you real quick because it's a little bit hard to see it around my neck. But this is what it looks like. Let me get it open here. This is what it looks like. This is the middle of it right here. It's about 56 inches long and it's about 5 inches wide. Maybe a little bit, no, it's actually about 6 inches wide if you stretch it out. And this could use a block just like my other two, but I haven't had time. And I'll tell you about that. I haven't had time to do much of anything this week because I have had 3 children in our home without the mother. So I've been the Gigi and I have a papa to help me, and I've had a 2, 4, and a 6, less than 2. He's only 20 months old. 3 little boys, 4 years old and 6 years old and a little less than 24 months. So the house has been very, very busy, and Gigi's been very, very busy. And when they all go to bed at night, it's time for me to relax. And somehow I just couldn't get with my crochet. But I did manage to make this, which didn't take very long at all. And I kind of did this in between naps and things like that. So this is, like I said, this is an easy pattern to make. And it's really beautiful if you package it up for Christmas and and the recipient takes it out of the box. They're just going to be amazed at how gorgeous it is. Although it's a very easy thing to make for a good crocheter. Actually, you don't even have to be that good, but if you're a fast crocheter, you can make these for Christmas presents. So just a thought about that. And the reason that I haven't done a whole lot this week is because I've had lots of house guests, and they're fun and all, but there's no time to just sit and ponder, think, and crochet right now. If I had them all the time, I would probably be a little bit farther along with that. And I've also ordered a playpen, which is how mothers must cope when they have more than 2. And the baby will have to go in the playpen a little bit during the day so I can get some things done around the house and make dinners and lunches and all that. And I don't have to follow him around everywhere. So anyway, that's where I have been this week, mostly just finishing this. And next week I will be hopefully a little more able to talk about some whips that I have. I haven't done a whole lot on any of the whips. I've done maybe a 1 row on each one. I just tried to work on each one, but 1 row is not enough to even bother to show you because you've already seen all those before on my previous videos. So if you go back and look, you'll see all the whips that I'm working on right now. Now, I had a little bit of a haul this week, only because something came in the mail that I had ordered, I don't know, 6 weeks ago, and it finally came, and due to the COVID crisis and all that, their shipping was very, very slow. And I ordered these from the Fat Quarter Shop, and this is when I was working on embroidery more heavily than I was crocheting. Right now I'm crocheting, but I had some ideas about embroidering some line drawings, and I did a couple of those, and if you go back you'll see those on my previous videos. But I wanted to branch out and buy some really nice floss and some really beautiful fall colors. And so I saw these on the Fat Quarter Shop. If y'all have ever done any embroidery, you will know that the Fat Quarter Shop is very hot on the internet. There is a YouTube channel that is produced by the women who own this shop, and it's really, really good. They talk a lot about embroidery, though. That's really all they talk about is cross stitch, mostly cross stitch. But I thought since I was embroidering, I would just buy some more floss. And so I ordered 2 sets of floss. One is the Valdani, which is a major brand of floss, I assume. Valdani Fabulous Autumn Collection 3-strand embroidery floss, and this is what it looks like. They're not wound like floss, they're wound in little balls. Aren't they gorgeous? Look at the colors there. I really liked the colors. Especially this one up here. I don't know, that color just spoke to me, and I thought, well, these are fall colors, and I might do some embroidery in some fall colors. And so I bought this, and I thought it would be really cool. Let me take one of these out, and I'll show it to you. It's just a little tiny ball. There's the identification numbers on there, but this is a little tiny ball of floss, and in all different colors, but the colors aren't really named, they're just numbered. And so this is M43, for example, so there are no descriptive names for the colors. But again, this is a beautiful set of floss. I really, really like it. And it's a 3-strand embroidery floss, so when you roll it off of the ball, it's already in 3 strands. Now if you're using 6, you just pull off 2 sections and put them together. But it's also variegated, so the colors are mixed. They aren't just all one color. They are variegated through the ball. So when you're embroidering with this green, for example, as you embroider a flower or a line, it's going to change color. So I thought that would be really interesting. I bought a couple of DMC variegated floss colors, and they were really neat to work with. So the second thing that I bought was the pearl cotton in the autumn colors, the Cindy Blackberg collection, which I imagine that she's a famous designer. I don't know, color designer. But this is the set of floss that I bought with her name on it, and it was very expensive. Well, I shouldn't say that. It really wasn't extremely expensive, because DMC floss is between, you know, 50 and 75 to $1 per skein, and this was quite a bit more than that, but there's a lot more floss on each one of these balls. And these are pearl cotton, so you use these 1 strand at a time, and there is the pearl cotton, and it just rolls off there just like it would on some cotton crochet thread that I've used to make certain things. You can make doilies from it, which I don't make, but that kind of thread that's kind of a cotton thread, and it's a little bit thicker than just embroidery floss. So pearl cotton is a new thing they've come out with. I mean, it may not be new, but it's new to me. And these are the colors. Aren't they gorgeous? I really like those colors. I would buy yarn in those colors. And I know there's yarn somewhere that are in all these colors, but I saw that and I thought it was so gorgeous. And it came, and I really had basically forgotten that I had ordered it. It had been so long ago. And sometimes I go through my receipts and I try to figure out everything that I bought, has it come yet? And I hadn't done that in several weeks, so when this came, I think that was probably the last thing I would have been looking for in shipments in the things that I had bought. So that said, I received this in the mail. This is the Crochet World new magazine. I don't have 2 yet, but I usually get 2. So I'm going to go ahead and give this away this week. So if you would go down into the comment box and write the word harvest, H-A-R-V-E-S-T, you can be in the running for this giveaway. It's just a magazine, but it's so packed with beautiful things. And let me show you all the patterns that are in here. It's amazing how varied they are. There are women's cardigans, several of those, and a couple of Afghans. There are hats in here. There are just beautiful, beautiful things in here. I was just amazed. I kept stopping on each page and thinking, I'd like to make that. I'd like to make that. Now, the one thing that's on the cover is a doily, and that's just not my thing. But it is a pretty one, and it's not like your mother used to do. It's all different colors and beautiful yarns. So I think that might be a nice one to try if you're so inclined to make things like that to put on your tables. It's just a beautiful thing to have. I get it. I love it. But I'm really more into wearables. This is a cool purse. Now, I would not make the strap this long. See how long that strap is? Way too long for me. I'm kind of short, so I would make it shorter. But I like this purse. Isn't that gorgeous? And it's done in granny squares, which I'm not a big fan of, but in this particular layout, it looks beautiful, and the colors are gorgeous in that. I just thought that was really pretty. That whole pattern, all the patterns are completely in here. It's amazing. I love crochet magazines. Y'all know that I do. And they always come with so many beautiful advertisements too of things that I don't even know exist. And I'll go through here and think, I didn't even know they had that. So anyway, I really like it. I'm going to give it away. Here's another one that I really like. And this is made with Lion Brand Mandala Lightweight Acrylic Yarn. So this is a size 3 yarn. And look how gorgeous that is. Look at that. Now that is pretty, I have to say. With a black underneath, which is what she has on, a black top and a pair of black slacks and some boots down there, looks like. Isn't that gorgeous? Now that is a pretty pattern right there. And I'm sure that the yarn just really sets this off. The mandala yarns are beautiful. That's what Crystal was wearing today, the mandala watercolors. This is made with the size 3 mandala and in the color Centaur, C-E-N-T-A-U-R, which is number 214. Again, here's a look at it. Oh, it's gorgeous. Look at that. Any of the colors that would probably be beautiful in that particular pattern. So I'm going to give this away. This is the October 2020 edition of Crochet World, and that will go out on Monday to a lucky winner from On The Hook Crochet. So that's about all I had today. It's not a long video, but I know you'll understand that I haven't had time to do a whole lot. But I thought I would come on and do a video, even though my husband's keeping the children in another room and I can hear them. I don't know if y'all could hear them or not. So join me next Monday when we find out what's been on the hook.